In the beginning there were no temples, no scrolls, no names for the gods. There was only pattern, breath, and silence. From that silence came a shape, a single circle, not drawn by hand, but etched into the soul of creation. The mandala. But what if this simple form holds the blueprint of the divine? What if every mandala is a map, guiding us not outward into the world, but inward, into the sacred chamber within? Let us journey into its mystery, across continents, cultures, and forgotten time. This is not art, this is remembrance. In the vast river of Vedic India, sages meditated on cosmic order, not just as philosophy, but as geometry. They spoke of Artha, the hidden harmony of the universe, and they captured it in the mandala. The Sri Yantra, a sacred design of 9 interlocking triangles, was more than a symbol. It was a living altar. Each triangle pointed to a different force: Shiva, Shakti, earth, ether, union, transcendence. It wasn't merely seen, it was invoked. Through mantra, breath, and form, the ancients used the mandala as a vessel to commune with the absolute. In the Rig Veda, even the hymns were called mandalas, each one a spiritual chamber built of sound instead of stone. To enter the mandala was to step into the mind of God. In the Himalayas, this knowledge was carried into Tibetan Buddhism. There, mandalas became sacred sand paintings, rituals of devotion built grain by grain, often taking weeks to complete. With breath held and hands steady, monks aligned color, geometry, and silence. But then, at the peak of its perfection, the mandala was destroyed, swept away like dust. Why? Because the mandala was never meant to be kept. It was meant to teach. The teaching, all things beautiful are impermanent, even the sacred must fall. But the mandala was not confined to the East. In the West, it rose in glass and stone. In Gothic cathedrals, rose windows spread like spiritual suns, each petal radiating from a divine center, the same cosmic law. Among the Navajo, earth mandalas were created as healing portals, each shape a key. To balance, the Aztecs carved mandalas into their calendars, wheels of time, marked with gods and suns, death and rebirth. The Hopi elders drew medicine wheels, echoing the directions of the earth, the cycles of the moon, the breath of seasons. These circles were not ornamental. They were sacred technologies. And in the 20th century, psychologist Carl Jung discovered the same shape arising spontaneously in the dreams of his patients. He called it the archetype of the self, the inner healer, the soul's compass. When the psyche wants to heal itself, Jung wrote, it produces a mandala. Why? Because the mandala restores what the world fractures. It recenters the scattered. It returns you to the still point. The axis mundi, the world tree, the unmoved center around which all motion spins. The circle is not an escape from reality. It's the original blueprint of it. Today, the mandala has been diluted, printed onto t-shirts, turned into coloring books. But its sacred power hasn't left. It only sleeps. To awaken it, you don't need a temple. You need presence. Sit in stillness, draw a circle by hand, place a dot at its center. That point is you, the center of your awareness. From there, let the pattern unfold, not with precision, but with devotion. Let the circle speak. Let it show you your boundaries, your expansions, your illusions. The act of drawing becomes the ritual. The ritual becomes the remembering. But beware, the mandala reveals what you hide. It shows where you are fragmented. Do not expect comfort. Expect clarity. Each shape, each spiral is a mirror, and when you reach the center, you may find something unexpected, not a symbol, not a god, but silence. The same silence that shaped the stars. The mandala has no beginning, no end. It spirals inward as much as it spirals out. It is the circle of fire, the halo of saints, the wheel of Dharma, the Ouroboros biting its own tail. Every culture touched the circle, Every soul remembers it, because it is the most ancient truth, that within the chaos of life there is a center that does not move, and that center is waiting. Not in some distant realm, but here, within the breath, the body, the now. So sit, draw, breathe, remember. The mandala is not something you master. It is something you become. The center is everywhere. The circumference is nowhere. And now that you know, the circle has already begun.